Good afternoon, folks. It's March the 6th today. It's a Thursday. I've just recently purchased a software program for my Windows computer from Ghost Hunter Apps, and it's called SCD Archon. I think it stands for Spirit Communication Device Archon, signed by Anthony Sanchez. Years ago I did experiment with some of these and I did get some results, but I do tend to prefer using crude radios and stuff like that. But the one thing about the apps is that they can possibly deliver clearer communication, clearer voices, which is why I'm going to give this a go. Now there's just me, there's just my camera, and there's this software that I got on the laptop. No fiddling around, no messing about, no conning people or anything. It's just a simple test to see what we can get. If during the recording of this I get some comments come through that I think are genuine, I'll highlight them. Otherwise I'll just let it run through, and I might or might not put it online. We'll see. Anyway, let's see what we can get.
Here they learn voice telegraphy and the operation.
So this is the laptop. It's an MSI. It's an old gaming laptop now, running Windows 10. Got a nice little speaker here with some fancy lights on it. And this is the software. I hope it...
Of course. Beat candy hunger with Milky Way. Milky Way.
I hope it focuses well on this. I don't know if it will or not. But this is the software. And I'm running it now. I'm just testing it out. I've had a few goes on it, but not much. And what it's doing at the moment is scanning inbuilt
in the vast no man's land of the Ark, under a
inbuilt old radio bits.
Or Bach in your...
Now I'm letting it run
Show off their horsemanship
just to see what we can find. Is there anybody here who'd like to come through? Once it's run for a while, I'm going to be able to access some other settings on here, one of which is called Forbidden Mode, and we'll give that a try. If you see any smoke wafting around, it's just I've got a little joss stick burning there, white sage I think it is. I hope I don't scare off any spirits. If there are any ladies and gentlemen with me, would you like to come through?
The harbor. Here a beautiful statue was erected to...
In Germany at 1 p.m, but at home and away 1 p.m.
Armed ships under the white ensign.
I'd love to hear from friends and family who've gone before me. If you're here.
Technical stuff.
Poi is made by cooking, pounding, and kneading.
Can you come through? Who'd like to come through and say hello? It's got a little mode on here called Necroscent, and what it does, you can see it's just around about here. It scans.
This includes our resolution.
It mutes it on and off based off whether there's anything might come through.
I'm telling you, man. Go ahead. Tomorrow. What time? What time what?
Let's see what we can get, shall we? This is all fairly new to me, so I'm just testing it out. I haven't got a clue whether there are any spirits with me.
And on much of the flatland of 4 of the islands.
Strange. I take care of you every week, don't I, Dennis? Yes.
Who'd like to come through and say hello today? Are my guides with me today?
Got 3 runways. It looks like they're all done up.
If my guides are here, can they say yes?
He is trained. Why dwell on all this? Not sure.
Are there any family members here with me today? I'm going to show you as much of this app as I can. There it is. Ghost Hunter Apps SCD Archon. It's pretty reasonably priced, about 20 quid I think. Worth a go.
Nazi-trained militia car in combat medic.
It's all experimental, you see. Theoretically, anybody in spirit, anybody who's died in this world and passed on to the next or is in between worlds, should be able to manipulate the audio, whether it's coming from a radio or a computer, because it's all electronics. So this is the app. I don't know if you can see that nice and clear. It's the SCD Archon. There's all kinds of nice things on here. There's a Bluetooth, an EMI setting, an ITC radio scanner. It scans radio stations online. And then you've got different types of radio here built into it. And there's all these different effects pedals, pitch, reverb, delay, and something else. I'm not sure what that is at the moment.
The post office even
Here you can hear the audio wave.
Alien, their mind is alien. How do alien minds communicate?
Lighted park.
If I do put this on YouTube or
Let's
online,
make Pluto back a planet. So there is definitely a...
I'll try and remember to put a link in to Anthony Sanchez. He's got a better video explaining how it all works.
Now to season the reason, explain what it means.
of DNA in already evolving...
Reach for the...
Are there any family members with me today? Would you like to come through?
as possible.
My name is Andrew. I'd love to hear from my dad. Although he doesn't like computers, so he probably won't come through.
Here by communist forces. At 9 o'clock,
Have I got guides walking with me today? Are there any guides walking with me today?
of the continent. From very small steps to their first...
Please come forwards and
Into electrical current. The operation of the mic.
please come forwards and test this out with me today. See what we can achieve.
Must do its part. Here at the post office.
You can hear the audio that comes through.
And by the way, what did you...
It's quite clear.
above Pluto's surface. They weren't looking at a...
Is the sacred duty...
So if any spirits were here and they were able to use this,
Like a cigarette should.
they might be able to have a very clear vocal coming through.
and activities where government does not...
On third base. Who am I putting on third base? Yes, but we don't want him there. You don't want who there? No. What's the fellow's name belong?
Like I say, Anthony Sanchez explains it a little bit better in his video than I can. But there are inbuilt banks of audio
By this current.
made up of different
And as
bits
it
of
reaches your loudspeaker,
old radio
it moves
stations and stuff. And I think that's what it's scanning through at the moment. It's listed as Turing.
Mother used to say that
Turing radio, I think it is. Just
we shall continue
there.
to use it.
And then there's
until we
Levenstein
complete it.
radio, which I'm going to switch to in a little while, because you're supposed to be able to access a forbidden mode. So I'm going to give that a shot.
that has been growing by so many people, men, women, and children.
If nothing else, it's just nice to listen to, but it's all experimental. You never know what you might get through. Are there any family here today?
Calling base point, 300 right, 200 code, 4 in 1.
Are there any family members here today? In spirit? Any spirits? Any people who've passed on from my world.
Closing. Mr. Gloom is on his way.
My name is Andrew. I send love and blessings to all of you. If you wish to speak through this,
Then you feel.
please step forwards.
And these two charming senoritas.
Please step forwards and try this out with me today. I'm running this on my
Landing with the first.
I'm running this on my old MSI gaming laptop with it's got a Core i7 processor on it, Intel i7. It's an old one though.
Oh, that's our shortstop.
Is my doorkeeper called
To do.
Janice?
And many difficulties still to.
Janice, are you my doorkeeper? My gatekeeper?
In making the peace.
A simple yes
As
or
in
no
waging the
would
war
do.
to final.
I'm following some instructions here that are on my phone. I don't know if you can see these or not. But effectively you let it run for about 15-20 minutes at this setting, and then you switch it over to Levenstein, and then there's some dots down there on the bottom, and that gives you access to the presets, and you can select the forbidden or verboten, and then you let it calibrate for a couple of minutes, and it should start getting stronger spirit communication. So we'll see what we get. I have a very open mind when it comes to these things, so we'll see. I'm willing to try anything to get clearer communication, because quite often through these radios and effects pedals it's not always that clear.
Is highly satisfying to the Japanese.
And I have to sit.
Most of the fellas are around my own age, and I mean I
have to sit working through it on a computer for quite a while, listening to see if there's anything in there, whereas I want it to be clearer, I want it to be more instantaneous, and according to what I've read about this, that's what it can offer. So we'll see. Ghost Hunter apps, SCD Archon. Pardon me. Mr. Sanchez has put an awful lot of work into this, and I really want it to work, both for him and for everyone else, because ultimately it's all about trying to establish clear communication with the other side. So we'll see what we can get. I'm hoping I'm doing this right. I've got it on this EMI Bluetooth and Turing radio.
150,000 members in the system.
And it's said to let it run for about 15-20 minutes on that, and then switch it to Levenstein. So that's what I'm going to do in a couple of minutes.
The whole system of education has
A fabric of the cosmos that we still are not familiar with beyond.
My teeth aren't new, but my tooth.
If you know my name, can you call my name for me, please? Can you call my name?
You walked in, Sugarfoot. Nobody dragged you.
Would you like to call my name? It'd be wonderful, wonderful if we could
We've
get
got a cover, for example.
To enable them to be broadcast.
It'd be wonderful to get a clear communication both ways.
City of things coming together in a confluence.
Who'd like to come through and say hello? Would you like to come through? Test out the SCD
Like
Archon?
baseball and kids. I enjoy helping teenagers start right.
Well, that's around shaving age.
Communist terms, of course. And
Estimate it's going to be before you
Okay, what I'm going to do now, it's been running for about 20-25 minutes, so I'm going to go and switch it to... I don't see that.
Listen, Mary, I'm the hero. That's good enough for me.
Then the other two.
Levenstein now.
Welcome.
So we're on to Levenstein radio now. Come on.
Offensive mode.
Documents I think you've gone through, I read more than 1,000 or so. But what jumps out at you? I mean, clearly...
Who'd like to come forwards and say hello?
Paid for the Senate, the Congress, the state houses.
John.
Who'd like to come through?
Righteous and humble, the fruit of this tree shall be given to the elect for towards them.
There's no questioning.
Commerce and religion that have ruined and spoiled the...
According to the instructions, I need to now click on these three dots here. Or maybe it's not the dots. Is it the dots?
This is a Republican message. I defend...
Presets, there you go.
7 $100 bills.
Forbidden.
Is going to get a bullet.
Now it's going to start kicking arse.
Thank you, just well, that's it.
And then it says to let it calibrate for a couple of minutes. We'd like to come through and say hello. My name is Andrew. Would you like to come forwards and call my name? Let me know that you can hear me.
And never accounted for.
Would like to come forwards and test this out with me today? Can my gatekeeper come forwards and say hello? Janice? Janice, can you come forwards? Elsie, my guide, are you there? Elsie, can you come through? Test this out with me. You can see it's changed the pitch. We're going on a low pitch here. It's somewhere around about here. Normally it's up at the top, it's down there on the pilot. And this is on Levenstein radio, you can see that. Necroscent mode is still on. EMI Bluetooth GB. Who'd like to come through and say hello? Let's prove to the world that you can talk through this clearly. Dear God, Great Spirit, Divine Creator of all things, please send your heavenly light into this place. Light at the pathway home for all the people who find themselves lost. Please send loving angels, loving souls, and friends and family who've gone before us to help find them and guide them home. Thank you.
Onto wooden pallets to be shipped to Iraq. Copies of control just about all the news and information you get here. Kid to kid. But that's it. So, when you've got the same flaws, careless, and they are these people. I'm right with the law. I am right with the Constitution, and I am right with the law. Thing I've ever said, every vote I've ever taken, I get really fancy letter supporting Hillary Care, so I probably ought to ask if it's God bless you, God bless Jimmy. That's right. Yeah, what's 35 years ago? And so what? And he's going to ask you about life, what?
Can my guide step forward and say hello?
Impossible.
Can my guide step forward and say hello? My name is Andrew. Would you like to come forward and speak with me? Hello? Can I have your name, please? Would you like to share your name with me? Can you share your name with me today? Let me know who I'm talking with. It sounded like you called my name. Let's establish communication, shall we?
Closet, clumsy, cruise.
My name is Andrew. I send love and blessings to all of you. I'd be grateful if my guides would stand with me today and help any of these people talk through this clearly. This is a wonderful opportunity for us to talk together. Please come forwards and speak through this. like to come forwards and say hello as clearly as you can? Does anyone have a message they'd like to share with me today? Would you like to come through and just say hello?
Continue to elect these rich companies to discuss security in a well-stacked. Putting into effort, 3 of those statements separated the northern witness proceeding.
Please come forwards and say hello as clearly as you can.
Everything we do is a mandate, so this is why you have to look at this because like all
The screen goes black sometimes if you don't touch it.
giving a platform to conspiracies like QAnon, don't you feel it? There is another organism on this part of America's fucking retirement money. They want it back so they can give it to their criminal friends on Wall Street.
Okay, any last messages before we go? Okay, well thanks very much for this first test. God bless you all.